You'd think I'd learn to hit stop recording and start recording if I notice my mic's not picking up right when I hit record, but I've literally never once done that, so. Alright. I don't even know what caused it. I mean, nothing's changed, but sometimes you just gotta replug the mic. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. We are picking up not exactly where we left off. I did a bunch of liming contracts. So we got a little bit of money in the bank, and we're going to use that to buy Field 24. There we go. Now we're broke again. Kind of. Broken money, but not in assets. So this isn't going to be a great field to harvest because, well, we didn't do anything to it. So it's not going to have the lime or the fertilizer. It's got tram lines in it. But it's also got canola in it. And we need canola. We need more oil. Now, I'm pretty sure I can finagle my way over there with this, like this, without too much effort. And then I think I'm going to try attaching that snuffle stuck to the baler, and then attaching that to the harvester when I'm, to the combine, when I'm picking up the swath, to see if I can pick up and bale at the same time, and how well that works. It shouldn't be too hard, but, you know, you never know. Maybe you know, I don't know. Just never know. Never say never? I don't know. What are we talking about? No. Let's just get right to it. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty bad yield map. Off the cuff. Just how it's going to be. That's alright. That is alright. Just because I didn't want to get enough harvesting. And I said I was going to figure out a way to do this. I just assumed I'd be selling something, but... you know, this works. Man, a little low energy for the late night here. I apologize. I don't apologize. I don't know. I don't know. You know I never know what the hell I'm talking about. I got 2 liter of pineapple Fanta, and I mixed it in with some Code Red. Oh, that's a sugary, sweet beverage. Pretty much all that's happening. I'm just excited to keep making progress on this. And this is a good sized field though, so we'll probably get more canola overall out of this than the other ones. Like once it's all said and done, taken care of. Oh, we got some fish, too. I keep forgetting. We gotta go unload the offshore fishing thing and get those fish sold. And we're gonna be firing up this, because once that oil, once the flour's made, yeah, we got flour and oil, so yeah, we can get fish food going, too. I keep forgetting I'd have to actually move the stuff over. That's alright. Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. It's been 8 minutes. I've already been wasting everybody's time. I was wondering why this felt lower. Gotta speed this up. Let this go. This baby purr. McDonald's just like kind of swift anyway. I don't even notice them on going 15 kilometers an hour. Honestly, this, the one that just lets the engine move as fast as it can is probably more broken, not more broken, well, broken, unbalanced, whatever. Saves more time than a lot of other bots. Like, I think I'd rather have the McDon, me drive the MacDon 4 times faster than its harvesting speed than having, like, 2 MacDons work in the field at their normal speed. We're not missing that bit. No missed bits. Except that one. Probably gonna miss that bit on the way back again. All right. You know what? You know what? We should just let this be right. Ooh, 9 o'clock ticked over. Let's go ahead and get. Oh, looks like I already did that. I already threw the goat milk for the hour in there. It doesn't do a lot, but you know, it's something. Alright, where do I park this? Just kind of... Where the heck ever? Oh, everything's gonna be mulched. Got a lot of stuff we could do. Alright. Let's not worry about every single job we have to do. Let's just do a job and be done with it. Yeah. I don't even have to. Man, this is some nonsense, huh? I have no idea this is gonna work. I think it does. I think it's literally just does work. But it doesn't feel like it should work, you know? Alright. So let's lower you, and let's... Oh. Didn't even notice I wasn't folded up. Oh yeah, this is definitely the way to be going. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to go too fast because within the baler, I'm sure picking it up, but I'm not sure. Yeah, this guy can go faster than that. Like 35-ish. It stops me able to pick up the straw. God, it stops so quickly. Man, how do I turn? Do I just turn? I'm about to find out. Shoot. Oh, shoot. Alright, well, clearly I don't know how to do it. Let's just sloop around. Yeah, that's the real downsides. I don't really know how to clean up after this. Oh wait, this is my stuff now, so... we'll go ahead and sell that. And that. That'll make navigating all this a lot easier. Man, I do not think this is faster. Going uphill, this is struggling. What do you mean you're struggling, dog? Come on. Just pull both of these machines and operate them. Man, almost time to upgrade this engine again. And go up a few more. They only have the first one. I can go two or three more upgrades. It's like a lot. But the last engine upgrade was almost as expensive as the harvester, so or something. It was really expensive. We're just gonna unload this normally. I'll probably get the tractor down to do it. I don't need the 18-wheeler. I don't know if I downloaded it, but there was a Lizard Tandem series that has like 3 or 4 attachers, so you can attach it to the hitch and then like put as many tools as you can fit on the tandem to chain as many as you want together. Not really sure how I would use that, like on this playthrough, or you know, coordination wise, if I'm coordinated enough to pull crap like that off. But I did see it, and I did consider it. I may have downloaded it. I cannot remember. That's the problem. Is I'm always looking at Mod Hub. Always. Always checking Mod Hub. I love just browsing mods. It's a problem. It's fun. Might not even fill up off this field. Couple bales of straw. Good to go. Get a good amount of straw though. I still have to bale all the other fields, so this is probably a moot point, but at least it's one less field I gotta bale. I probably will not be doing this in the future. It'll go a little slower than I'd like. Well, I guess kind of slower than I'd like. I'm only going 2 kilometers an hour less than the suggested working width of, I guess, the baler. The baler only wants to go at 12. Good amount of bales. A lot of silage. Silage feeds cows. Well, it feeds the beef cattle over winter, and then it feeds the water buffalo constantly. Oh, whoops. Let's see. What was I doing? What was I just thinking? There we go. Turn that off. Smooth and crisp and even. I have no idea what that picks up. Probably none of it. Probably shouldn't. Probably shouldn't. We whistling Yankee Dandle. I can't even say it. Yankee Doodle went to town, riding on a pony. Stuck a feather in his cap and called it macaroni. Yankee Doodle, bring me pup. Yankee Doodle Dandy. I don't know why I'm so sing-songy today. I'm always sing-songy. Am I questioning it now? Who knows? I always just think of like Edie in New Vegas or the iBots in Fallout 3. I like play those. I like play that as a battle cry. That's always been the best. If Fallout Season 2 started, I have not watched it. Probably won't. I want to, but I just won't. Like, no, I know how much I watch TV, and it's not very much. Uh, but just reading people reacting to it on Twitter, I'm starting to think that most people who like Fallout have not played the games, or if they have played the games, they were not paying attention. This was the mill? Mill... Yeah, I might be able to just drive it over there. Yeah, okay. Oh no, we lift this triangle. It's already lifted for whatever reason, so power it off. Power it off. Just a couple more little swathies. I probably should drive the trailer to unload it. It seems silly to drive it back and forth, but, you know, I'm a silly guy. I'm a little silly willy. Slilly willy. What the? What? It's so used to small headers, you got to pay attention. I'm just a slilly willy. Yeah, that was the hit of canola I needed. And then selling, doing that selling I did of that shed that came with the land I bought, pays for the time change. Alright, we just need these off to the side. Like the eggs. Oh, it's full up. Oh, I don't need to drop off this canola. So I'll just do it when I get back from harvesting the field. I forgot there was a limit. It's exciting. I mean, it'll fly through it. It's not like... not like that exciting. Alright, so you need to be on. You need to lower. And then on. On. Lower. Sure. And it's working. Okay. I mean, it should be. Everything's on and lowered, but you know, you just never know. Why is it working here? Maybe it's a tractor issue with the speed on the baler. That tractor is giving me some weird issues. Always has. We're gonna get a lot of cheese. Is that what I decided to fall out of? I'm just gonna chuck it. Chuck it into the field. Okay. Power. Lift. Unload. Power. Lift. Not bad. Put this back where I found it. That works. Not quite what I thought was going to happen, but, you know, not an unfavorable outcome. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. That. All right, so now we got a bale and all that. Let's change pace here for a second. Come here and go you, you, you. Look at all my pallets of fish. God, and then getting them onto the boat just the beginning. Did this boat rotate? Rotate this boat? And attach. Gently lift. Retract. Over. Wait to settle. Wait to settle. Chuck. That's not bad. Just gotta be gentle with these controls. Because I have the sensitivity up so high. And that seems crazy that I got 2 pallets of fish. These aren't that... It definitely was not worth it. Well, it's, you know... It was worth it, just not... Not when you get it like I did it, and then sold half of your fish food. And then gave all your fish food to this instead of making more fish. So yeah, first year, not great. Yeah. What? What? I don't think I could do that if I tried. I don't think we can balance a pallet like that if we tried. That's funny. It's too funny. Anyway, we're gonna line these up so I can just forklift them right on out of here. Put them right in the lorry when I come to get them. I keep saying lorry. I don't even know what that word means. But I just know it's what British people call 18-wheelers. I don't even know where the 18-wheelers are. You can call them tractor trailers, but like there's just too many tractors. That to make sense. You seeing the issue? It's gonna fit. Yeah, they do. Alright, what do these sell? Trout. Fish market. 36 meters. Worse than the best price, but whatever. I'm not gonna sweat over 400 pounds. Dollars? What the fuck? Why do I keep talking like I'm a British? Because I keep watching British people play this, but that's not the point. I guess it is the point. Now that I've said that out loud. Uh... What? What? Alright, well now, let's see. So this is the loading zone, so maybe I sell them around the corner? There's a trigger point back here. Maybe, yeah, maybe that was it. For some reason, this building doesn't have a pass-through. Okay. Oh, of course, those were solid whatever it was I hit. Just, will you just, will you just? You know what? That really wasn't that bad. It was definitely a good production. Ooh, first time getting forks stuck in the ground. Alright, we'll just shut this off. Never speak of that again. Let's see, last time I lost a pallet. Here. I don't think I've ever been in there. It popped up over here. Yeah, okay, okay. I think both those had to go down there anyway. So. Alright. Well, that's the fishing. So, you know what? For 4 pallets, I think getting like a 20-something grand for it is pretty good. Call it a win. I'm gonna call it a win, and you know what? Use this tractor. We got it. It's slow. I'm gonna use it. Man, it's about as fast as I want to bail anyway. I don't want to run into pickup issues. Grab these big bits while I'm just driving over them. Because sometimes it doesn't get them in one goop, so if I take the whole thing off, or some of it off, it'll make the row easier. I'll check on the castle to see if it changed. Because it was just like, it just needed to process a few thousand more stone, which it had been doing. Feels like it's going through it pretty fast. That'd be a mod I'd like to see, like a speed up construction mod. So it just so it kind of just uses the material faster. Because you saw in agroforest, it was like, oh, you need to process sand for 7 years before you can move on to the next step. Okay. Played that save for like 70 hours, and I don't think I ever saw it update once. Granted, I think the first 30 hours of those was the first day of me trying to get every single... What? That's the only thing I don't like about articulated tractors. I'm really bad at driving them. They're fine on like little adjustments, but the second you have to like turn or something, I can't. I lose it. I'm lost. Steps. Stop worrying about spilt milk. Or in this case, 10 liters of straw. Really not that much, I swear to God. Alright, it's 2 fields baled. Two more to go. Did I say 2 fields to go? Oh, this is the second field. Okay. Just suddenly, kind of confused. What's that? It's a piece of canola, right? Like it's not. Yeah. Really couldn't tell if that was a one singular patch of straw or a piece of canola sticking out. It's canola. I missed it. Did not get macdoned up. Man, it's going better in first person. Alright, one more field to go. Let's see. Lift. Unload. Good amount of bales in all these fields. Now we take a nice slow trip down the old field. Then what do we gotta do? We gotta... I just don't have to mulch this month, depending on the field. No, because I can just do it next month, if I am sowing next month. So we gotta pick up the grass. All I really have to do. I don't even have to do that. Not have to do any of this. You have to play. Just shut it off. Crazy. Almost talking about Young Scrolls ranking. Their top 5 Young Scrolls songs didn't include anything off Zoom. It's like, what are we doing here, man? That's Young Scrolls magnum opus. And we're just ignoring it because you like Dagoth Wave more. I like Dagoth Wave too. It's growing on me, but also, I think it's overrated. Well, my top 5 was probably not in this order. I can't remember the order. I'm not pulling the tweet up. Foreign Whips, number 1, straight up. I'm never gonna forget that one. Star, Breton Boys, The Fine. I don't think those last 2 even made it on it when I was posting it. What are we doing? Breton Boys. Oh, Luther Broad Motel. Star, Breton Boys. Oh, Freak. That was it. That was number 2. Freak from Glarthier. The last one. Or it's like the Dark Brotherhood Murder House quest, but like it's set to a musical. And it has a chorus of everyone singing, "Get your freak on, get your freak on, get your freak on." But then like, the amount of people slowly goes down as they're getting killed off because it's the murder party. Starts off with the male Nord, who's like, or it's the orc. I can't remember. It's a Nord or orc in the game. I think it's the same voice. It's like, this tavern wench is pretty. I'm touching on her titty. She's playing with my dong till the situation's sticky. Ah, it's catchy. Catchy as hell. That was a good album. Larthier Freak. God, it was like 3 or 4 years ago. I was listening to it when I was road tripping out to where I live now, and that was 2022. It's been a rough few years. Everyone important to my wife died. Moved out to the West Coast. Can't keep a job. Can't keep a job that pays well. Lost my job due to the pandemic. Lost the job due to the pandemic. Lost the job because we moved across country. Lost the job due to anger issues. It's been a rough few years. I mean, I don't think it was due to anger issues. You know, it's tricky. I worked at a native casino, and it got really cliquey. We hired someone who turned it into a giant clique, and I wasn't in it because, I don't know, I just don't really do social stuff. And it's like, someone just like wasn't good at their job, but was good at like talking, so people thought they were good at their job, but like they just weren't. And she's good at taking credit for everything everybody else did. You know how that goes. But then when they put her in charge of the schedule, she started just like changing the schedule after it was posted, and then it's my fault that no one told me that they changed my schedule after they posted it. But because they're native, they have like sovereign status, they don't have to go through any old labor laws, so it's just like, yeah, you're SOL, bro. I could have handled the situation better. So it's like, yes, they were forcing me out, but like, maybe I didn't have to get fired right then if I wasn't blowing up at them. And then when they were like, yeah, meet us with HR, I was like, well, I'm not going to that. Now I work at Walmart, which is fun. You know, fun. A lot of work, but working retail, it feels a lot more chill than when I worked retail as a kid, so I had that going for it. Doesn't pay you anything, though. The customer was like, oh, you guys off tomorrow? Or today, I guess. This was yesterday. New Year's Day. It's like, no, we're open normal hours New Year's Day. Oh, well, at least you get holiday pay. Nope. I am a service worker in the United States of America. I get nothing. I get paid at all. And I should be thankful for it. I mean, I am thankful for it, but you know, that's just, I feel like I missed a bit. Really just that? I thought I missed a whole row. Talk through that whole thing. Alright. Yeah, it's just been a rough few years. The only thing really keeping me going is the fact that I have a son. I do like my wife. Even though, you know, marriage is hard, especially going through all that. And this hobby can keep me going. So, you know, I may only have an audience of, like, my parents, but shout out to them. I can't really complain about no one watching because all the series that start to blow up, I stopped playing. Like Terraria was going well, but I was bad at Calamity, so I just stopped. No, it wasn't even that. No, Gibeon was that. that was part of it. But like, and then RimWorld I haven't played because I'm just locked into this, which goes to the next point where it's not like, oh, something stopped me from playing a game. It's just like I, well, it's ADHD, right? Uh, Part of it, I think. So I just hyperfixate on something. And when I say hyperfixate, I don't mean like, oh yeah, I just like think about it all the time. I mean like I'm addicted. So if I'm not recording this video, I'm thinking about the next video because it's Farming Simulator. I'm thinking about what I'm doing next month, which again that's pretty normal. But then in my downtime, I'm playing Farming Simulator 19 on my Steam Deck because you gotta keep playing Farming Simulator. I'm doing this between episodes a whole lot. I'm watching several series on YouTube, reading the Reddits. And if I'm not doing anything Farming Simulator related, my brain's thinking, why not? Aren't you thinking about it right now? And RimWorld's done that for me a lot, and it's coming back. Do not worry. It's coming back. I'll like actually hit something that I couldn't see because the tree. And the ADHD thing, I think, the only part of my mental issues that I can actually talk about, say for sure, went to therapy. He diagnosed me, but it's like it was a therapist, so like he could prescribe me, like a psychiatrist, so it was very laissez-faire. But when I take the like, do you have ADHD test? It's like 100%, but then I also think those are rigged. I think they always want to just validate you. Whatever it is, they just want to do that. Yeah, but, my dad's got ADHD. So it's like genetic. And ADHD manifests in different ways, so it's not like... I don't really get the hyper part of it. Well, physically. I don't know. It don't matter. Alright, now we need... this. Oh, cool. I didn't detach. And there's the CPTSD, which everyone's got parental issues, but and people have gotten it worse than me from it all. At least the physical abuse part, people get it worse than me. Well, the mental abuse part, people definitely get it worse than me, too. I'm not trying to say, like, oh, I'm the most mentally abused person, but... God. Oftentimes it felt like a contest growing up. Like, who can be the most... abusive. Oh, that's the bales. My dad always won, but then my sister's really good at it too. It's gotten to the point where it's like I don't really know how to interact with people without the lens of abuse, so it always feels like either they are to me or I am to them, So that's been fun. That's fun. That makes it hard to form relationships and stuff, but like I can do that. But it makes it hard to want to form relationships because there's like a lot of subconscious fear involved. Man, I tried to pick them both up and didn't pick any of them up. Subconscious fear, it's hard to talk about because people don't quite understand where you're going with it when you start. You just start to panic. I think that's how my wife always took it. What the heck is in this field? Is there a bale in the soybean field? I don't know. Like when I was trying to talk to my wife about some of the innate fears before my son got born. Got born. Like, am I going to be angry? Am I going to turn into my dad? Am I going to be abusive? It's scary. You know, you just like think about the worst parts of yourself, throw them on display, put them in another person. You know, but she just heard the word scared and was like, "Oh, you don't want a kid." Well, it's like, you know, sometimes you just can't win. That's what I've been saying lately. You know, you can't win them all. Well, sometimes you can't win any of them. I say that, like, in Farming Simulator a lot, but life, that counts. Sometimes you just can't win any of them. I'm trying to shake up idioms lately, too. So, like, instead of saying, oh, the last horse crossed the finish line for, like, finally connecting the dots to something. Like, that's the phrase. But then, so, like, if I lose a train of thought, or it takes me way too long to catch up with the train of thought, because I'm too busy thinking about anything else, I have started to say, we had to put that horse down. That horse did not cross the finish line. That horse got shot. That's fun. Or I told someone the hamster died on the wheel, they had no idea what I was talking about. I was like, yeah, the hamster spinning, it died. It did not have a good life. Oh, that's it. It's not going to grab any more. That's fine. We'll drop these off. Did not count how many bales that was. $309,000? That doesn't seem right at all. We get so much of this crap. Alright. Eat it up. But also, because of all that, because I'm like aware of all that, and I'm always like boo-hooing myself, it leads to other issues where like I don't think I'm capable of doing it back or think about how I affect others because I'm always so worried about how they affect me, but not like a narcissistic way, just like in like a survival response kind of way. Which case it is narcissistic inherently because you are just thinking about yourself. Uh, but it's like you just live your whole life in fight or flight mode. I think it's hard to do other stuff. I think it's hard to be normal. It's normal, but like just like I'm always feeling like I'm trying to minimize myself so that I'm not bothering other people, but also like just get through the day, but not in like you're just passing time, just waiting for stuff, waiting for something, waiting for like other people to go to bed, waiting for your time to not be like feeling like you're crushed by everything. You know, just waiting, never doing, and you have to do stuff. I get filled with so much anxiety over it. If you're overanalyzing it, it doesn't feel like a normal thing. It feels like an event you have to, a potential danger scenario, and it's like, what am I worried about? What am I worried about? It's always so worried. It's crazy how like what a seemingly innocent emotion. Did I go and finish out that last field? I don't remember. I think I did. I don't think I did. uh, like a seemingly innocent emotion, such as like being worried, can make can lead you to some not great places. Lead you to some not great places. Well, the marriage is hard because, my wife's got her own, everyone's got baggage. It's like, how do you deal with your baggage and someone else's baggage, and do you want to? Answer, yes, I do. But, like, not knowing how to, and then being worried that I'm not doing enough, it's just, everything's hard, man. Everything's hard, and it's hard when you just want... I just want to be doing this. So if you guys could all like, comment, subscribe, boost this, tell your friends, pay me, that'd be great. Oh yeah, because it was here. I did that. Okay. Uh. 5, 6, 79, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 more bales? Okay. Okay, yeah. Grab these while we're here. Oh, we took over an hour. Get on there. Thing of eggs to move over. $35 pallets I had in here. Plus the 18 I got in there already. It was 45, 53? 5,300 liters of eggs? That's crazy. 2,000 liters of eggs. Yeah, baggage is baggage that. But then it's like, what is the baggage? You know. And then they're going through their own thing where it's like, because I come through a place of abuse, it's hard for me to separate what is something someone needs to do, like, so they don't lose their mind, versus what's something, versus them just, like, being an asshole. Because they're like, oh, well, I have a pet peeve of this, so I'm just gonna make everybody feel bad and not care about your issues that may be affecting your ability to handle it. Like you just have to be the same kind of disabled as me. Which has been like a years long fight with my wife. It's like, I fight just like a thing where it's like, man, I am not OCD. Like, I'm not a germaphobe. I'm just not. I am not a germaphobe. For better or for worse. It's for worse, I think, largely. I could probably stand to be more cautious. But because I am, hyper vigilant from all sorts of stuff, I got my own, like, OCD issues. And now, like, oh, everything's gotta be perfect, but, like, OCD, where things just get locked in your brain and spin around and around and around and around and around to escalate to the worst possible scenario, where, whatever. That's neither here or there. I'm good about playing around people's rules as to not set them off and get abused, because I didn't play by the rules. Good, in quotes. You can't really be good at that. That's kind of the whole point of abuse, is that it's never enough. Like, you're just being mean to you. Then, like, can't talk about that, because then people don't want to... It's crazy out there, man. It's crazy out there. And I don't think it's weaponized incompetence. You know, I don't think I'm trying to do stuff bad. But then people are like expecting that. It's kind of like a misandry thing kind of going on, which is fine. My stance on misandry is that I think it's almost always justified, even if it's towards myself. Like, I get it. In almost all scenarios, I get misandry. Societally, actually, like how it informs people. Like, I just understand why you'd be bigoted towards males. It makes sense. In a patriarchal society, it makes sense. That's like, how do I deal with that? The answer is, you'd be better, but like, a lot of it's irrational anyway, so you just can't. Yeah, put up with it. We just start growing up, you know, mom's a misandrist. Misandrist. Did I just have been doing this whole time? No. That this whole time? That's weird. Center of gravity's weird. Which is, again, fine, but for good reasons. But then because I am big, and my dad was abusive, not as big as my dad, not even close, but I so like a lot of in my life growing up where it's like, you can't have emotions because, you know, your emotions are bad because they trigger people because, you know, you're big. I never in a way that was like conductive to like, okay, so what am I supposed to do? And it's like, no, just don't. Just don't. So on top of all the executive dysfunction, it's like, I also now have all these weird complexes about just feeling and expressing anything at all. Like, it's kind of like a self-defeating problem. And that's why I'm glad for social media and Twitter and stuff, because you get to see a lot of stuff you wouldn't otherwise. You get to talk to people you wouldn't talk to about this kind of stuff. Not that I've always talked to this kind of stuff about it, and I am putting this in a public YouTube video, but you know, people have gone through similar stuff, or may not have gone through similar stuff, but have the same kind of challenges when they're going through the stuff they're going through. And that's the story of how I've also self-diagnosed with autism. Because, you know, I talked to that same therapist, like, I don't really think I'm autistic. Like, there's like some kind of like social wall. Like, I can just feel it. I can feel it when it's happening in a social situation where I just like don't, you know, like I'm just missing something that makes me understand why you're feeling this way, or like why everyone's looking at me funny when I'm just trying to express myself. I think I'm trying to, you know. But because I've always been like, I don't know, good at masking, I guess. Good at masking, and if you feel like you're smart, people don't think anything's wrong with you. It's like, oh, you can memorize facts, or they understand history, or like low-level math. You must be a genius. And it's like, no, I'm just curious, I guess, about the world. But it's like, am I autistic, or do all these symptoms just line up? And I think I'm definitely on the spectrum. I was telling me my son meets all the early warning signs. I just said, I'm sorry. No, I literally verbatim said, my bad, you. Which I haven't really been worried about that, because I kind of Just always knew you'd end up like that. End up like that. I just always knew. God, I love that boy. Man, is he a pain in the butt. Right now his big thing's also infrastructure. He's really mad he can't play Farming Simulator 15 on, or 25 on Steam Deck. But I even got him watching Daggerwin videos sometimes. He doesn't love farming. He just kind of likes the infrastructure side. So he likes being on the roads and the bridges and looking at the road signs. God, it's the best. But I always just think of Scrubs. When Dr. Cox suspects his friend, quote-unquote friend, because he's only in this one episode, his kid has autism. And then he, like, gets him together to play with his kid, and he's like, look how he stacks his blocks. A kid of his age shouldn't be able to, like, color coordinate blocks like that. That's an autism. But then it's, like, also hard to, like, admit, like, yeah, I've self-diagnosed myself with autism online, because, I mean, it's not hard to admit. I talk about it online all the time. Because, like, everybody self-diagnoses themselves with all sorts of goofy stuff. That's like a trend. Because everybody wants to be special. Everyone wants to have something wrong with them. And I did too. Just because it would be nice to know why it feels like I'm missing something in some way. And so you start to, like, look for that and come to conclusions and stuff. I should feed everybody. Yeah. I have a wait. This will hop in you. You know, like, those people are like, yo, I have dissociative identity disorder. You're all my did alters. And it's like, you don't. You just don't. I swear to you know I don't. No, I know you don't because you have the wherewithal to analyze, like, social media trends to do that. And it's like, oh, is one of your dids a weird influencer? I doubt it. But then it's like, why am I disparate? I'm being hostile or disparaging, but it's mainly because it's not quirk chungus to have executive dysfunction, you know. I saw one thing where someone's like, you know, it's like an actual problem because there's a dollar bill on my floor and I can't find time in my schedule. I just can't find time in my schedule to pick it up. And then they responded, they gave an update like a year later, and we're like, yep, finally picked up that dollar. And it sucks that that's just straight up how it feels. And not like that, where it's just like you think about something, you see a problem, you've identified the problem, but you know, like, I can't even explain the why you can't, because I don't know. It's just how it's always been, so I don't know. I swear it's like, when I want them to go forward, or I want them to stop after accelerating, they don't. They just drift. But if I want them to keep drifting like that, they just stop the second I let them go to the fucking gas. Ah, well. Make sure these cows got food. Man, that's... Way more than I was thinking they needed. Halfway there. We're gonna have to empty that slurry soon, actually. Alright, let's see what's good with that. Well, that would be the actual way to do it. Let's see if I have like Colossus tanker. I could go it all in one go. Yeah, we'll just do it normally. Who cares? Gotta sell that slurry before it fills up. I should at least I don't know. Getting one of those going. And then this guy does not. Yeah, it just gives me digestate and silage. Oh, I can't even afford that. Okay. Well, if I can't afford the BGA, then I won't. I don't know what's up with this. I gotta look up what's up with that. Yeah, not worth it at this second. Alright, well, I'm not using you, so we're back to you. Unattach. Oh, yeah, we gotta. That. An hour and 40. I should probably call this up. Gotta pick up all that grass. That shouldn't be too long. We could probably just next episode pick up the grass and move on. to August. Yeah, August is a whole bunch of stuff we could do. We gotta harvest sorghum. We gotta harvest onions. Are onions in August? Yeah. Yeah, another big month next month. Oh, this is literally the worst time to be selling this. The heck is that? Oh, brought the other animal dealer. Okay. Oh well, I just need it out of here. If I had a BGA, you could turn into like electricity and methane and selling, but I feel like I never have luck selling BGA products. So we're just not gonna worry about it. I don't know how to lease the BGA. I don't know what the cost would be, but if it's based on base price, it's like a $2 million building, so just not gonna worry about it. We'll just get pennies on the dollar for this and move on. I think it's almost always worth it to turn slurry into a digestate at a biogas plant, but BGA, I ain't messing with it. Let off to reap the corn, leave where I was born. Cut a stout blackthorn for to banish ghosts and goblins. A brand new pair of brogues rattle over the bogs. frighten all the dogs on the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hunt the hare and turn her down the rocky road and all the way to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whack flololly doll. And I meant penny in the dollar. Comparatively is gonna suck. Oh wait, that's also it. Grab her in a screenshot. Pop the creds open. Play us out. 900 bucks. Literally 1 monthly payment for this. Probably wasn't worth it. Don't matter. You'll leave the truck here and get mad about it next episode. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.